All right, guys. I think that you guys should hear me. I know that my mic is not that good, so please don't flame me. But so today, I'm simply going to be talking about how to read a chart. So okay, so this video is basically just going to be for beginners. So if you're not a beginner, you do not need to watch this video. But if you are a beginner, I do recommend that you watch this video. Um, yeah, it's just going to be a video on how to read a chart. Um, and some other terms that will help you with overall trading. So, first, what I'm going to say is that all the stuff in here, sorry guys, I had to do that. You signed up when you wanted to join this Discord. Okay, anyways, so do not be overwhelmed by everything on this screen. So, here we have tools. These are all the tools. So, you can select a lot of different tools here. And then when you hover over it, there's a little star where you can then favorite it. Um, Here's a little toolbar. These are all of your favorited items, and I may go over some of them. But so now let's talk about the actual chart, how to read it, what tools you should use, and how to use it. So first, as we see, we have the chart, right? So down here is the time, and right here is the price level. So these numbers don't really matter all too much, unless something like news comes out. For example, when Iran was being bombed, gold went up a lot because people put their money in gold, and so if price is at 24,000, you might expect it to rise quite a bit. Um, this is honestly just kind of the rule of thumb for everything. So news plays a very, very big role. Now, you should have your time set to UTC for New York. If your time zone is a little bit different, you might just have to search this up yourself. But obviously, I have this set to this because I'm in the New York time zone. Um, and so yeah, so now let's go over some market times. So oh, what the hell? Okay, okay. So guys, market. All right. Nope, just fuck me in the ass. Okay. So market opens at 9:30. So market opens at 9:30, Monday through Friday. Now the thing is while yes, it does open at 9:30, market is technically open before that. This is just when news comes in and everything starts going volatile. And you can see this very clearly as if we go to here to this candle right here. Let's hover over this. Let's find the 9 o'clock candle. All right, so this white candle right here is the 9 o'clock candle, and news came in and it dumped. Now I will say this was a lot of movement um, before market open. Does that happen a lot? Honestly, no. Where's a good example of that? For example, this is 9 o'clock open. Market moved a bunch. Actually, you know what? These past days are not that great of examples. But my point is price is just very volatile at 9:30. And it continues to be volatile throughout the day until it slows down. Now, market closes at 4:45 in my time zone. So so whatever time zone that is for you, then that's when it closes for you. And then it reopens at 6 p.m. And this is important because people like to trade that. People like to trade throughout the day. Do I really recommend that? Not really. Um, so yeah, so we have time and then we have price. And this is also really useful because if you're not on a mouse, you grab this, and if you pull this down, you can stretch it out, push it back. Obviously, you're probably going to want to have it like this so that way you can see the market. And this, you just kind of shrink it. So you can see a lot of the market versus seeing a little bit of the market. Now, you would like to see a large portion of the market if you're on a lower time frame, like the 1 minute, but these small time frames aren't really good. Because if I'm trading all the way down here, 30 of these candles equal one 30-minute candle, obviously. Um, so if I'm in the 30-minute time frame, each of these candles is 30 minutes. If I'm in the 4-hour time frame, each of these candles is 4 hours. If I'm in the weekly time frame, each of these candles is 1 week. Same with the daily, 3-minute, 5-minute, 15-minute, so on. Again, you can favorite these. Um, yeah, so I really stay in the 1 minute, the 30-minute, and occasionally the 1 hour. All right, now let's go ahead and talk about how to change your settings. So you'll right click here and you have a lot of stuff. This is how you're going to place your orders, sell one or buy one, and we'll get into a little bit more settings later. You can add orders, which I don't think any of you will need to do just yet. But then you have your settings here, and these settings are kind of important. I've always thought that colors play a big role into your trading. I know that that sounds rather stupid, but to be honest, it's true. If you don't like your chart settings, I just don't see why you would have a good time trading. So these are my chart colors. They just, I mean, come on. I mean, you just look at this, you're like, wow, that's beautiful. And I know. So, uh, these don't really matter too much. This also don't really matter too much. These kind of go hand in hand with this. So the symbols and then trading. So you're gonna have these selected, all of these. I think these down here should be automatically selected. The one-click trading is very important. Um, if you're a new trader, even if you're inexperienced, like if you have a TP set, so this green area at the bottom of this green area, or actually this line is where my TP is. Let's say, price is moving down, it's moving down, it's moving down, it's moving down, and it like stops right here, and I get really scared. Then I can just click there. There will be like an X next to the price, and you can click that, and you can take your profit, uh, essentially without having to wait. Um, so I do recommend have that clicked. The execution sound, don't have that clicked if you're in class, but if you're at home, why not? Have some fun. Alerts, pretty good. Um, yeah, so this is going to be your just overall settings. You can mess around with them. I really recommend that you guys do that. Um, so yeah, and so I want to clarify something because a lot of people don't really understand this, and I've been asked this so many times. But just because the market goes down doesn't mean you're losing money. So if you place a sell order right here, you're selling, right? You're betting on the fact that the market's going down. You will make money. But if it goes up and you're in a sell, then you're gonna lose money. Now, if the market's going down and you're in a sell position, that is called shorting. If you're in a buy position, which means that you're betting on the market going up, that's called a long position. You don't really need to know these terms, but if you are talking to other traders, it is something that you may want to know. I really wouldn't mess with any of these, but some people really like the hollow candles. This just shows you what price is in a way doing. Like, for example, as we can see from here to here, I mean, even here all the way to here, price is bearish. And bearish means that we're going down. Bullish means that we're going up. As we can see from here to here, we're going up. Even though there is red candles, there's more consistent and large green candles. But again, I feel like this can kind of mess with your psychology a little bit. That's just me. Um, let's get into tools really quick. And then after that, we can go into how you can start trading. Actually, indicators are first. Okay. ICT kill zones and pivots are really good, and I'll explain why. These highlight your sessions. So let's label this. Um, so the green box is New York. So this is 9:30 when market opens. As we can see, 9:30. Green area, market open. What is this? This is New York lunch, small zone, New York PM, and then right now we're in Asia session. And then after Asia session, we'll have a London session, and London session finishes before New York open starts. These are just important because they mark out your highs and your lows of each session. As we can see, we take out this low. Well, we take out New York low. So like here we have New York low. We take it out again. We come up to retest in technically a 30-minute fair value gap, which if you don't know what that is, it's fine. You don't need to know. But we come into this zone, we reject, and then we push down and we sweep this area. Um, so it's just kind of important for traders. Like for example, if we look at New York lunch high, which this is the high of New. Oof, that was a terrible line. Circle what? Okay, if we look at New York lunch high, we can see that price gets swept. What does that mean? It means that price basically went above this area, and as you can see, this wick went right above that. Um, the best way that I like to think about wicks and candles is that candles are basically orders that have been filled already. So, or no, like everything from like the candle closure to candle closure is orders that haven't been filled. But if you're on the wick, those are orders that have been filled. So you can put your stop losses at those points. Um, just kind of simple. Like for example, if you were to enter, right here, you could put your stop loss down here, um, and then target a candle high, like over here. I know that doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but say profit goal would be right there. Drag your stop loss to this wick. As we see, price never taps back into this area completely, but we do finish out this candle. Um, and again, you would have taken profit. It's pretty simple. So yeah, some indicators are good. Oh, and also one more thing about this indicator is that in the settings, you want to have true day open on. Okay, guys, this is really important. It should just look exactly like this. This just shows you where price probably want to go. If it's away from true day open, it'll probably go back down to true day open, so on and so forth. Um, yeah. Also, you can buy premium version of TradingView to get replay. You literally just go here, you press replay, and you can basically select the candles. And this is amazing for back testing. However, there is one thing that I will say: if you're on a higher time frame, and let's say you go back to like this time, right? Well, actually, I'll show you another thing. Okay, let's go to the 4 hour. Well, actually, sorry, let's go to this time. We'll press the replay. We'll go over there. Now, I want you to see this. So right now, I will draw a line down here, and I'll draw a line up here. And price right now is like currently at what is that, 653? But then if I go into the 4 hour time frame, um, as you see, price looks a little bit different. Price isn't at the same spot. You see how it says 18 instead of 1855? This is just because price, it like doesn't stop on the candle. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. But so backtesting can be a little iffy, but still always good to backtest. Please backtest, guys. Obviously, I'm still in replay. I was so confused. Okay, now, so we talked about that. Let's talk about how you can get into practice trading. So if you want to practice trading, you'll go to trade, and these are all your brokers. So I use Lucid, so it would be connected to Tradeovate. And I would click this and I would log in. And if you want a paper trade, you click paper trade. It is that simple, guys. Um, and then you don't need to worry about anything over here. And also you want to choose like 1 to 2 stocks. So this is mini NQ. You always want to use the mini, not the actual, well, not the actual version, but like you don't want to use the version where you can't really customize the amount of basically price that you're using, and mini NQ. Okay, so let's just jam this into our heads real quick. So 10 micros equals 1 mini. And usually prop firms allow you up to like maybe 4 or 5 minis if you're on a 50K, which is just a leverage. You don't have $50,000. You just have $50,000 of leverage. Um, so this is important to keep in mind because price can change really quickly. This honestly goes the same for gold. If you're going to, ooh, that's perfect. Sorry guys. Wow. Okay. If you're gonna trade something, just type in M before it before you finish out the rest. Like if you're gonna trade ES futures, you would type MES. As you see, oh my God, I am a demon. Do we see this, guys? Price rejected off this area, we push up. Price came back into this area, we push down. Right here, we'll probably look for a push down before we push back up. Because you see, we have a low, or well, not really a low, but like a high. We don't tap into a previous low. We're gonna keep pushing down, and then we'll make a change. Okay. Um. Anyways, same thing with gold. MGC, that's for gold, and then M. Oh, M and Q, which is, I mean, obviously I trade NQ. Now ES and NQ are very similar, so don't really get those two. Like, I mean, you can't really get them confused because like they're basically the same fucking thing. Like, obviously they're not the same thing, but on the screen they look pretty fucking similar. Don't trade gold unless you're a fucking demon at it, obviously. Um, and Yeah, so here's the tools. So tools are very important, I would say. So you have your short position and then you have your long position, right? So long means that we're targeting up. So if you're going long, you're targeting up. If you're going short, you're targeting down. This red area is your stop loss, okay? You don't need a stop loss, but like it's always good to have a stop loss. Seriously, you should always have a stop loss. This is your rectangle tool. You can change these colors by, well, any of these really. You just click on it. There'll be all these settings. You go here, change the color, text, change the color, size, whatever, settings, all that good stuff. Let's see. Okay, so rectangle tool, really good for marking out consolidation. Right here we have an area of consolidation, and then after we push through that area, we break through, and then we have another point of consolidation. It's just like so on and so forth. Oh, also consolidation is when price is just not really moving. So like this is consolidation. This is not consolidation. So pretty simple. Um, line tool gives you the price that it's at. Very good tool. Love that tool. I have it like always. Text tool. What is this? Trend line, pretty good. The Fibonacci, really good. Oof, this is terrible. Sorry, guys. I changed my colors and it's not really working out to my favor. Anyways, I don't really use Fibonacci anymore, but if you do want to learn how to use Fibonacci, I recommend watching Ivan Trades. Um, and then to actually buy or sell, what you can do is you click sell. We can go to our paper trading. So here, like let's say like you click sell. Oh, and also this is very important, and I will show you guys the difference in price. So let's say like like we're going short, right? And our stop loss is just gonna be like 100 ticks or something, okay? And we're gonna target like fucking 400, okay? So this is a pretty good trade, I would say. So let's say we use 7, and honestly, this is where strategy comes in to play, and not just gambling. So yes, there's a difference between you know gambling and actually using strategy. So let's say our TP is all the way down here. Let's say our stop loss is all the way up here. And as you can see, guys, $1,000 for a stop loss. I don't think I would be comfortable with that. While it is great to make $5,000, I don't think, like let's say on the off chance that I did lose that money, I think I think that would suck quite a lot. So you go here. Well, really, you can go here too, but you go here, you delete that value, and you can basically lower this. Here's one. As you can see, the price changes. Here's two. Here, let me move my mouse. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And remember what I said, 10 micros equal 1 mini. And a lot of people love to use 2 minis. $16,000, $4,000 stop loss. Seems great, but it's only great if you have a lot of capital and you have a really good strategy. And genuinely, guys, I mean that. I mean that with my whole entire soul. Um, so that is very important. Now, let's talk about how you can also be less risky but still get profits. So let's say, your TP is down here. This is your take profit. Your stop loss is over here. And, let's say, price, you enter here. It's coming down. It's coming down. And you know what? You're like, you know what? When it gets to this point right here, I think I want to get out of this trade, but for a little bit of my profit. So if you're selling, you're going to do a buy stop. And this just means at that area, price, or well, you're basically going to get taken out for however much you put in. So let's say we put in 7, and let's say I want to take out 3. So I'll take out 3, and I will place a buy stop right here. So when price hits this line, I get taken out. Now keep in mind, I still have 4 micros left. So, there's another 3. I think it was already at 3. Okay, guys. So you guys are watching me be an idiot. Now when it gets to this point, I'm like, okay, then I'll only have 1 micro left. So after it hits this point, this is the next point, and then this is the final point. Obviously, your price doesn't change, but if you decide to exit the trade before then obviously that does trade. And this also goes into the one click trading that we talked about. So as you see, our TP is 5.6, and let's say right here, let's see, what is that area? Yeah, so price would be at $3,000 right there. And if you're right here, in this box, it would say $3,000, and you can just click this, and it would take you out. Um, just keep that in mind. And then don't randomly just click these buttons unless you don't have time to actually right click, place your order, do all that good stuff. And yeah, guys, I think that might be the video for today. I feel like this explains a lot about the charts. Um, yeah, guys, pretty simple. Pretty simple, I feel like. So, yeah, guys, I hope you guys watch this. And yeah, bye.